Three, two, one.
One. Okay, we're live. Welcome back, everyone, to listen to this while doing laundry. Thank you very much for joining us on this special day. It's Dondre's birthday today.
I don't believe in birthdays. I'm a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You're making fun of my religion? Bastard.
So, my name's James. The dude that's just talking, his name's Dondre. And we have Zach.
What's up, guys?
Today we're going to be talking about the secrets of Leonardo Da Vinci. Going to talk about.
I call it Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
You're American.
It's Da Vinci. Going to talk about some of his secrets.
Yes, it's Da Vinci. It's Italian. The I makes the E sound.
Hey,
for all those people who haven't taken Italian.
Who's the one that's taking Italian here? All right.
That would be me.
And yeah, before we hop into that, let's what's going on in the news, Dondre?
That hurricane Dorian or whatever its name is probably gonna destroy Florida and wipe it out of existence. Let's hope so. Also, oh, you guys, you know what? If you're listening to this in New York, shout out to New York, and you're one of those kids who aren't vaccinated because your parents are morons, the deadline is coming up for that. I think there was like almost, I don't know, like 30,000 students or something that need to get vaccinated. So let's hope they get vaccinated so they won't spread the measles to other disgusting kids. No. For those people who are living in Texas, in Odessa, Texas, why are people crazy there? So, we had another shooting there. Yeah. We don't know why. I imagine because he was, for Cocoa Puffs.
So did I? Whenever I heard about that, I heard that one of them hijacked a UPS truck, and I think there was they said it was two of them.
No, I think they said he acted alone.
Okay, so just one. So they captured him or killed him?
I think.
Is this a school shooting?
No, this is the person in Odessa. He had no ties to any terrorist group or something.
Yeah, they said he was just going around randomly shooting people out on the street.
Oh, really?
Just a typical day in Texas. Yeah, he was just driving down the highway shooting people. It's just psychos do, apparently.
When did this happen?
When did this happen?
Like 2 days ago? I think on Saturday.
Yeah, it was just recent. Yeah, it was, not that long after from El Paso. So people be killing people.
Yeah. Speaking of that Hurricane Dorian that's making landfall. So I heard some stuff about this. I wasn't sure if it was true or if it's just bullshit. But have y'all heard anything about supposedly Trump was, I don't know if he was wanting to or if he was asking if they could launch a nuclear strike against a hurricane?
What?
I don't know if that's true. I have not heard that, but I don't know why we can't control the weather. It seems like
they can.
All the things
the top people control the weather, bro.
We can't control the weather. That's what drives me cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But we can build a big ass fence. Waste money on that. But let's not try to figure out how to control the weather.
We control it inadvertently. We don't control it directly. We do stuff that affects the climate. And
you believe in climate change?
Yes, because there's literally there's.
Why do you drive a diesel truck then?
Oh, because I'm in Texas.
And then you don't recycle either. You told me recycling's for suckers.
Shut up.
And then you laugh while you threw the plastic through in that little drain where the water goes outside.
Shut up. I
And
didn't
you
do.
said you used 3 plastic straws instead of 1.
Very funny.
Well, okay, also those protesters in Hong Kong, that's still going on. They're still disrupting like the airport and crap like that. I guess people, want democracy for some stupid reason. What else is going on? I think really that's about it. It's Labor Day weekend, so there's a lot of sales going on for.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
And then Justice what's her name? Ginsburg? Is that her name? The old lady? I found out that she had another treatment for cancer. Like, she can't die because it would be the court would be run by Republicans for the rest of our lives.
Did you hear about Kevin Hart?
I don't like Kevin Hart. He grew. He got taller or shorter.
Yes, he's hitting adult puberty. No, he suffered major back injuries after a car crash.
Oh, really?
Shit.
Yeah.
He's getting Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Did Walmart hit him too? Did Walmart hit him too? Oh no. Yes. Also, okay, guys, this is very important. Okay, because once upon a time, there was this guy named Hitler, and he wanted to control the world. And that anniversary is coming up because I think World War II started in September of some time. Go out to the World War II museums and I don't know, remember that democracy.
Give him a good old Sieg Heil.
Whoa, can you say that again? A little bit slower.
A little slower, a little louder.
What the heck? Do you believe in the moon landing? I forgot about that.
Hey James, how tall was Hitler and where did he live?
He was this tall and he lived over there.
What the heck? You limited? I'm getting you a book on the the collection of spoons from the Third Reich, or whatever you call it. I'm gonna get you that book.
What? They have a book on that?
Yeah, they have. Yes, they do.
Okay. What else is going on? Is that it?
I don't know. I think that is it.
A little update in the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. So
I forgot about that.
Do you still think he was
I don't
suicided?
believe in conspiracy theories. He killed himself. People kill themselves all the time.
Okay. And then also they dismissed the case after his death.
Yeah, because why would you? If he's dead, people need to get closure in that and move on with their lives.
They need to know who else was involved, I think.
Nah, I think I told you this before this little podcast. I find in real life the bad guys mostly win unless the good guys are just really good at their jobs. So I think the vast majority of times the bad guys typically win.
No excuse, all right?
And since you don't believe in, God or heaven or hell, I guess those people just get away with it.
What? I'm the one over here trying to... What? If anything, you're the non-religious one in that case.
What the heck? Why am I non-religious?
Because
I say the bad people get away. The bad people typically get away with stuff.
No, because you want the bad people to get away.
Yes. That's why I'm a vigilante at night.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just odd. I mean, when they were doing the I guess, I don't know, what do you call it, whenever the coroner looks at the body and all that stuff, they said that it was impossible to have his neck bones broken unless a very big, strong man karate chopped his neck.
Those are the technical terms.
But no, that was weird because I think that was the same cell where they had El Chapo in, and they had video surveillance, but yet they didn't have it for Epstein.
Oh my gosh! people are lazy and don't do their job, so they forget to turn on cameras, or they ride to work like.
No, and that's
Incompetence
not acceptable in this case, though. I mean, if it was like for
That's not
some,
acceptable.
no, I mean it's true. Like if this is some normal, prisoner, then who, they wouldn't care. They'd probably mess up, But in this case, so many things went wrong. The no cameras, the whatever happened to the
That's
suicide
right.
watch, what happened to the guards. It does. That's exactly what it means.
Because on a normal day, all the things line up perfect to happen. There's never days
So
when all the bad things happen.
Was it just that one day the camera wasn't on? Was it like his entire duration?
I think it was the entire duration. For some reason, even though they had it like on El Chapo, they didn't want to have it on Epstein. I don't know what the reasoning was, but
in that case, I would say that wouldn't be a coincidence.
El Chapo
because
tends to escape from places.
They might just not have thought he was important enough to have a camera.
Yeah, but he definitely should have been. I mean, that's just insane to me.
I also forgot to say that in Western Africa, education is under assault again. So people are actively targeting teachers and students and stuff. So
what do you mean?
That's just how people are crazy. Bad guys, terrorists, they don't want people educated, and so they go and they shoot up the teachers and the students and the parents that pick up their student.
Damn.
They're killing kids?
Yeah, that's what people do these days, these terrorists. I think it's because they don't have Netflix.
Wait, why do your people do that?
Oh, yeah. I think that's everyone's people. The whole world started in. And also in Afghanistan, it's...
Oh, the, what?
Terrorists are attacking schools.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I don't know. I don't understand how these people have nothing better to do with their life. Yeah.
All right. I think that about wraps it up. I think we're caught up on all the news and everything. So
Football starting.
Yeah. Yay. Hey, any news? Any update on Zeke? I think they're close to making a deal.
He's getting traded to the Raiders.
So. Yeah.
Yo, imagine though.
Dude, I'd be like, what the fuck?
You can't lose him.
But yeah, that's gonna be cool. Facing off against the Giants, they're gonna. Oh, I can't wait. Giants gonna get slaughtered.
Hell yeah! This is our year.
Yeah, for sure. Even
Nope,
Dondre
I don't
agrees.
think so. I don't think it's their year. I think they all suck. I don't think Zeke's worth any kind of money.
Like anything you say, Dondre, no matter what it is, Dondre will take the opposite side of it, no matter what you say.
That's because I'm against
Dondre,
everything.
why do you hate America?
I'm against the whole world. I know. If only I had enough money to leave this shit.
Why do you support the Taliban?
Fuck, I don't support those assholes. And if you're listening, Taliban, fuck you.
Okay. If we don't hear back from Dondre after this cast, we know what happened.
Oh, I think Costco opened a store in China too, if I remember correctly.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
Wait until the Chinese government hears about it.
Everywhere.
All right. So moving on to, I don't know what. Actually, anyone listening, leave y'all's suggestions in the comments below about what we should name the question segment. Like, should we call it the Love Corner? Should we call it Fun Time with Zach? Let us know what.
Can we not make this weird?
Let us know what do you think the best idea for this segment is. So, all right, Zach. So we got another question, another relationship question for you here.
Alright, everybody listen up.
All right. So the title of it is "Boyfriend Didn't Visit Me After Getting in a Car Accident." So she says, "I got hit by an 18-wheeler on the highway and I made it out okay with bruises and a concussion. I told my boyfriend, who's 19, that night, and maybe I'm just expecting the same type of care I would give. He lives 15 minutes away, and he didn't visit me when I got home because he thought his mom would say no. He owns his own car. I asked him to come over in the morning because my family left town, and he showed up at 12:40 p.m. I feel disregarded and almost neglected. I asked him if he would take me to the hospital, and he said he didn't know if he was busy. I also asked him to drive me to pick up my rats because my car was completely demolished.
Wait, what?
Yeah, pick up my rats. I don't know. I guess she has pet rats somewhere.
Rugrats, you mean?
I don't know.
Children?
Because her car was completely demolished, and he asked me for gas money. Is it normal to expect that? I feel like I'm being high maintenance here.
Wait, I'm confused by this letter. Right? Her car was she got into a car wreck?
Yeah, she got hit by an 18-wheeler. Sounds like it wasn't too bad. Well, I mean, she did have a concussion, but other than that, just bruises. And sounds like basically from what she's saying, sounds like he didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to like rush over there or take her to the hospital, stuff like that.
And how old is how long have they been in a relationship?
It doesn't say.
Okay, so that's all the information we have?
Yeah.
First off, I'm glad that you're okay. Just from the limited information that was provided, I'd say, yeah, he really doesn't care too much. Because as an initial reaction, like say for example, James, I get a call or a text from you going, bro, I just got into an accident. Shit, you okay? And I'm like, how what's the situation? So yeah, my initial reaction is he really doesn't care too much. Yeah.
I think you're a loser. A couple of things that I noticed from this letter was, like you didn't have full coverage, so you weren't able to get a new car. Why is that his responsibility? Because you didn't get full coverage. 2, someone comes and picks you up. It's, a nice thing to give gas money to people. I mean, I don't require it, but it's if someone needs the gas money, is he working? I mean, it doesn't sound like you're working because you don't have a car. Also, move on with your life. Don't write us anymore.
Damn. There goes Dondre and his opposite vision.
What the heck? Listen, I'm gonna help improve your life by 10,000%. If James sent me a text message that said, I just got into an accident, my response would be, are you an idiot? And then I would block his number, and then he couldn't contact me ever again. That's what you need to do to this guy. You need to block that number, and then you need to get your life together.
Okay, wait.
That concussion.
Wait, so Dondre, say you're in a relationship. Say you're in a relationship for 1 year. Your significant other gets in a car accident, and they call you, and they say, Dondre, I don't know how much longer I have left to live. I just got in an accident. My legs and one of my arms has been removed from my body. Please come get me.
I'd be like, ho, you better call 911. Why are you calling me?
He's like,
your arms off of your body?
And then your significant other replies, I don't have insurance for the ambulance ride.
Hey, you got gas money?
Like, you don't have an arm. How are you dialing me with your one good arm? You're a freak. There's no one stopping by to help you? They're like, okay, I'm on my way. I'll bring some yogurt to put your arm in so they can reattach it.
Some yogurt? What do you have, a giant tub of yogurt?
Hey. I can't like yogurt. It's racist.
What? All right. So yeah. Thanks for sending that question in. If anyone
block that guy's number, get your life together, get you full coverage insurance. Your insurance is gonna be more expensive because you've been in a wreck.
Yeah, hit up James at State Farm.
And then get you a new person. Go on that Bumble app or that Tinder app or
Okay.
or
All right. Take
whatever.
everything Dondre says with a grain of salt. And for anyone else that has any questions, put them in the comments, or we have an email in the link in the description below. Send us any questions you have, relationship or otherwise.
Questions about the universe, why we exist. Anything.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that'd be good. We can.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Yeah, all that stuff. We know everything here, so we're the council of three.
Well, at least I do.
Dondre knows a little bit more than a 5th grader, but that still counts. So moving on to the main topic, talking about I asked my Italian professor the correct pronunciation of this. He says it's Leonardo Da Vinci.
I hate your face.
So, Leonardo da Vinci, born April 1452, and died
April 1462.
Wrong. Died. What? He was 10. He died May 2nd, 1519. So, for just I guess a little background,
I'm confused. When did he meet Jesus? When did he do that?
Okay, I'm gonna get to that. All right, we're talking about that.
What year was that in?
Shut up. So, just a little bit of background just to let y'all know like how crazy and how, I guess, knowledgeable this guy was. So he was known as an Italian polymath. So a polymath is someone that has a lot of knowledge.
Everyone knows
in
what
a lot of different
polymath
fields.
is.
No, not what? Not everyone knows about that.
It's like a polygon, but the complete opposite. And also, maybe he knew so much. Are you sure he was Italian? You sure he wasn't like Asian?
What? All right, calm down, racist. All right. So, of course, I think most people know him for his famous paintings like the Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, and then the Vitruvian Man. But he was
at the Mona Lisa.
What? Oh my God! Yes. Okay, so this is why we're talking about. This is why I'm giving a little bit of background, because he did a lot of stuff he did a ton of stuff. So he was not only like obviously a good painter, but he had, I don't know.
I hear he was gay. Is that true?
What are you? Shut up! Quit interrupting. All right. He was also, besides doing painting, he also made a lot of inventions. He drew, did sculptures, architecture, science, music, mathematics, engineering, literature, anatomy, geology, astronomy, botany, paleontology, and cartography. So he dipped his feet in all that kind of stuff, and he was known for what was it? What was the story go? How did it go in the Da Vinci Code? He what was it, Dondre?
I don't think you can. You said something that made no sense to me. I don't think you can. You said he made a lot of inventions. I think you create inventions, but whatever. The Da Vinci Code. I think the Da Vinci Code was leading back to how they the line of or something.
Wait, what?
Whatever. Is that what that was about, or was that the second one? I don't really recall.
Hey, you're the religious one. You should know.
That's racist. And,
what?
I don't know. I haven't watched the Da Vinci Code in a long time, but
yeah,
that's all I know about Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh wait, not Leonardo DiCaprio.
Shut up.
Leonardo da Vinci. Also, he likes Squinglini and Chef Boyardee and Olive Garden.
All right, calm down, racist. Who's really the racist here? All right. So, and then I guess first looking at his paintings. So the Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, the Vitruvian Man. I think they sent the Vitruvian Man like on a gold plaque out in space on his satellite, right?
Who is Vitruvian Man?
You know that drawing of that naked dude, and he has his arms spread and his legs spread, and he has like 4 arms and 4
That sounds
legs.
like porn, you pervert.
Calm down.
I've literally never heard of it in my life.
No, but if you saw a picture of it, the Vitruvian Man,
Didn't he make the statue of David?
You know what it is. You know what it is.
The 2 Davids, correct? I think that's what he's most known for, besides the Mona Lisa.
No, he's most known for the Last Supper, you bitch.
Maybe he's known for the statue of David to sophisticated people.
Oh, okay.
Of the Last Supper, yes, that everyone now makes into memes and things like that with other people's faces on it.
So wait, do you think that he actually put hidden stuff in the Last Supper, being a super religious man?
I think people are insane and they want to find. I don't know what it is. I think people just like to find truths that haven't been discovered yet for some reason. I like. Sometimes a picture is just a fucking picture that some person painted. Yes, whatever. I'm painting. Guess that. Yes, you got me. They didn't have Kodak back then, so it could not have been a picture.
Just correcting your grammar there, buddy. Haha, payback. So, I think to me the most. I don't know. I guess the most interesting stuff was how he left a lot of his works, like a lot of his notes and everything. Most of his works and notes that he left, he, I guess, wrote in mirror image cursive. So he wrote basically backwards.
I know that guy you're talking about. Whatever that man drawing.
Yeah, the Vitruvian Man. Yeah. So a lot of his notes for his inventions and works and everything, a lot of them were coded, and I guess I don't know if it was common back then, but basically he didn't want anyone to copy his work. And then
paranoid freaks here forever.
Yeah, and then he was also I thought this was interesting. He's left-handed, so it was easier for him to write backwards.
Sign of the devil. Left-handed sign of the devil.
Okay, there you go. There's the religious man. All right. So, so some of his most, I guess some of his most interesting inventions, I'll list them out here. He had, so some of these have been made in modern day, I don't know, like, I think some of them were made on some shows, some of them were made like by universities. But so a lot of these have actually been proven to work based off of his notes and everything that he left. So some of the inventions that he had created were a robotic knight, a steam cannon, a giant crossbow, an early version of a tank, like a tank that they use in war, a self-propelled cart.
What the heck? You mean a tank that people drive in to work?
Yeah, I had to specify because tank, like back then, they didn't have tanks, so I had to specify. He had made a self-propelled cart, a ornithopter, which is like a flying machine, a helicopter, scuba gear, parachute, and a bunch of other stuff. But this is basically like he invented a lot of this stuff before anything else like came about. So.
Oh my God, I hate everything you just said.
What do you hate?
So he sketched out things that he wanted, that he visualized could exist or he wanted to make exist. Listen, people daydream about shit all the time. And can you imagine all the free time he had? I find nothing amazing. I'm assuming if we didn't have anything else to watch or do, there'd be a lot more creative new things being dreamt up and all kinds of crap like that. That's not amazing to me.
It should be amazing to you because he didn't have any academic training. He did all this shit himself. He taught himself everything.
Either did Bill Gates, and we're all using Windows.
Yeah, but he only specified, Bill Gates had one special category. Leonardo Da Vinci had all this shit that he did, and that's what's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, got any visuals for us?
Yeah, let's pull them up. Good question, Zach. enough of the negativity from Dondre here. Let's break away real quick. So let's take a look at some of his inventions here. So let's take a first look at the his, I guess. So they're calling it the first helicopter. I mean, obviously it's different, but it has like the same basic design.
You mean it wasn't made by Bell?
That's right.
For those of you who don't
So
know,
it doesn't have blades like a helicopter. It had like a spiraling. I don't know what it was made of.
Fabrics like people would use for ships.
Yeah, probably fabric. But yeah, so they're calling it the first iteration of the helicopter.
Yes, amazing. Who knew if you could control the wind around you, you could make things go up or down or sideways and backwards.
Did it work?
Yeah. A lot of these inventions they've tested in modern day scenarios. Yeah, a lot of them work.
You said his writing is backwards?
Yeah, so it backwards cursive.
So what does that say?
What the? What?
You see, Zach, there was not a international patent office back then, so any hack could steal his thing and say it was his own.
Yeah,
I know. I'm trying to figure out what that says.
All right, Dundee, you taking Italian, or maybe this is Latin.
Yeah. Read that for us.
I don't know what that says.
What? Wow. Are you gonna get a refund?
Yes, I'm like, I couldn't read Da Vinci's secret writing, and I'm taking Italian just for that. Refund.
All right, looking at the next one. So this was called the ornithopters. This one had wings. So it
had wings. Is it because he saw birds that fly, and so he was like, maybe I can make a giant wing?
Yes,
this isn't original.
Exactly.
Every kid does this.
So he would study a lot of living things, including humans, and yeah, birds too. And that's where he got this ideas from, studying that.
That looks like something from those Red Bull competitions where they see how far you can go when you get launched off a cliff.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy that they didn't like think about like whenever the Wright brothers were testing their stuff. Imagine if they actually tested this back then and it worked, and they used this for like war. Like, imagine how different history would have been.
Who started World War One? Because wasn't the Wright brothers around during? When were the Wright brothers around? I don't remember.
Yeah, that's when planes were first introduced to in war, was World War One. But I'm saying, imagine if this was back then, like 500 years ago.
You think we'd be speaking Roman? The Roman Empire would not have crumbled on its own greed and lust for power? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't think this was 1500. I don't think the Roman Empire was at its height back then, was it?
I think it was. I don't know. I didn't take Roman history. Zach, that seems like your kind of wheelhouse. When did the Roman Empire crumble?
When Julius Caesar got killed.
Yeah, that was like
That's...
that was way before 1500.
Oh, so wait. You believe in Julius Caesar, but you don't believe in God?
What? That doesn't make any sense. No, you can say that. You can.
March 1544 BC. You guys,
Yeah.
you're such a lunatic. You're like, the Roman Empire wasn't at the height of its power in the 1500s. You are a lunatic.
That's
have
you.
No grasp
What?
of history.
You literally just said that, you idiot.
Yeah. So why? Yeah, you
Yeah,
believe in
the
Julius
Romans
Caesar,
had-
but you don't believe in.
That's like, you can say that about anything. You can say you believe in gumballs, but you don't believe in God.
It was in power at 117 AD.
Okay. Yeah, so it was like you're way off, Andre. Sorry.
When did he? How did he die? How did Caesar die? He got put in a salad.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But
Stay tuned for that podcast. We're gonna dissect the entire Roman Empire and why it crumbled, and what we would have done if we were
Circa the
in
1500s.
yeah. Exactly.
So the next invention is the tank.
If this Da Vinci guy was so smart, why wasn't he able to create plumbing or make a big mega company? Why didn't he come up with Amazon?
I think
Yo, that looks Chinese as fuck, dude.
Yeah, so I thought this was like the coolest looking invention he drew.
That looks like a Rumba, that vacuum cleaner thing.
So
Oh, yeah.
basically it was designed, it had just cannons all around it. Yeah, and then it had like a lookout tower in the middle at the top. And then it had wheels that can go in any direction.
Oh, that does look like a hat from like Mortal Kombat, that the guy that controls electricity.
Oh, Raiden?
Yeah, that's Raiden.
How do you shoot?
Yeah, so it has like cannons like all around, so it'd like shoot in every direction.
Yeah, it shoots at the enemy and at you.
And at your own teammates.
But yeah, this would have been cool if they actually went with this design and put this to use. Like, that'd be crazy.
I'm so happy history didn't go down that path. It looks like bugs, dude. Imagine if there were like just battlefields with that on there. It looks like
I think I
bugs.
saw something like this in that movie Kung Fu Panda.
What? Kung Fu
Yeah,
Panda.
the hats they wear.
And then this is an invention that they actually had used back when he designed it. So it's
That doesn't make any sense. What if it was raining? That then the thing would just fill up with water and it would be useless.
No, it has. Well, so the top of it isn't open. That's just, I guess, like showing you the interior.
Oh, I see.
What is
Never
that?
mind then. It's foolproof.
So this is the robotic knife. So it's not really robotic. It was controlled by pulleys and strings, but they actually made it wasn't for battle or anything. It was just for show. Like, they would host parties and they would show this off and show like this knight moving on its own or whatever. And they I forgot who did it, but they used in his notes, they made an exact copy of this to see if it would work. And yeah, this is one of the ones that worked.
Okay, so I feel like the guy was just really like smart and logical. I don't think he did anything to like defy, like he did anything that's supernatural.
Yeah.
I felt like he just was able to like create stuff for the future.
Yeah. And
You know what I mean? Like I don't think he had demonic powers, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like how Dondre thinks.
I don't think that can be a machine. So I think a robot has a robot, because a robot has to be a machine. A machine has to be what? Has to be mechanical.
Not mechanical,
then,
but I think the term is like, or a machine, yeah, but robot, I think the term is like, I don't know, moves on its own or something.
No, because I think a robot has to be a machine, right? It has to do with yes. You think, okay? So you wouldn't call it a straw man a robot? No, because it has to be mechanical.
No, I'm talking about something that moves on its own. A robot can mean many different things.
I think something that moves on its own, that's automatic. I don't know.
I think you guys are talking about like classes of robots.
Yeah, there's different class of robots.
Your mom's a class of robot.
Like a Roomba, for example, what you mentioned, Andre. You can just press a button and it'll move and think on its own. But I still have to press the button.
Yes,
Whereas,
that's why you're big bad. You're in charge. You have superior intellect.
Whereas the robots in the movie Matrix, like they just fuck you up.
But
Yeah.
they were built by us, and then they betrayed us.
Yeah, so that's what's
So James, what are you? Are you a robot or are you a human?
I'm both. I have.
You're both. That's
Wait, what?
impossible.
Yeah, I've had upgrades.
I feel like if there's anybody that's a robot, it would definitely be Dondre.
Yeah.
I'm the least robotic person in the world.
And that's his.
Is what a robot would say.
Yeah, in his cover story is, I'm religious. I can't be a robot.
And he accuses anything he doesn't computerly process. That's racist.
That's perfect. It's the perfect plan.
What is this? Is this thing just supposed to bring you your drinks? It's a waste of time.
No, this was a self-propelled cart. So they also made this and tested it. So it had a.
What did this guy do for work? He had all this time to do this shit.
Yeah, he
had no family.
This is why he.
Yeah, what did he
have-
do?
Yeah, so
He didn't have wife and
He was
kids, did he?
hired by like nobles and kings to make these inventions and like make war machines, and that's
What's
what
a
he did.
noble?
Oh.
Noble is someone who's very noble.
Oh, okay. And what? How do they determine if you're noble? Is there some kind of test you take? A nobility test?
Yes, exactly, and you have to have a lot of money.
Oh, I see. So the college admission scandal is what you're saying? That's what this is about?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So this cart was also tested, and is I guess one of the working inventions. So it was powered by coiled springs, and it featured a steering and brake capabilities. So basically, and it was very minimal, but basically like you had to hold down the brake, but when you release the brake, it would propel itself forward from the coiled springs, and then you could steer it with so it had like preset angles it could go at. It
You're
was
telling me he had a car that didn't require electricity or oil?
yeah,
That
exactly.
bastard.
Yeah.
So he could have saved the carbon emissions issue that we're having right now, the carbon dioxide problem.
Sounds like
Da
a
Vinci
bike.
had a solution. He says it sounds like a bike. You want to explain to him why a bicycle?
Yeah, so this one is like this is where
Did he make any food like potato chips? Did he invent stuff like that? Anything useful?
what the okay, calm down. He invented the parachute, scuba gear.
I don't parachute though. I don't scuba.
Parachute saves lives, and
He's
because
done
we can
nothing for him.
because we can scuba dive, we can go
We know
real
what
deep
that we've
into the water.
that we've polluted the ocean. Bad news.
Hey, you
Give me an
show
invention that
him
he's
some
done.
respect.
I need an invention that has an effect on my life. What has he done for me personally?
He made the Last
Besides
Supper.
make that movie. Yeah, we don't even know if all those people were there. You don't believe in the Last Supper. So actually, you're saying that never happened. You think that's a figment of his imagination. You don't believe in God. So there was no Last Supper, was there?
Yes, that's using that. That's infallible knowledge right there. So that's
Oh, so you believe there was a Last Supper, but you believe there was a person named Jesus, but he was just a pig.
so.
What are you saying?
He invented the giant crossbow. So the giant crossbow
don't
was
use
used.
crossbows.
No. Listen, it's a butterfly effect. The giant crossbow was used in war.
You butterfly.
It killed an ancient, past
Komodo
human,
dragon?
a past human that would have killed one of your ancestors, thereby you ceasing to exist. So he
God, I
saved
would love
you.
that so much. I would have loved to not existed. It would be a much better life.
Okay, relax, Edge Boy.
Frankie says, relax. Shout out to the 90s.
Where's that from?
God, you have to have been alive in the 90s to know that.
So, yeah, those are his most famous inventions, or I guess his
What's his least famous inventions?
So his least famous ones are ones that probably actually have an effect on your life, like plumbing and.
He didn't create plumbing.
Yes, he improved upon it. So
he improved upon the plumbing. He was
Yes.
like, you guys, We should have the poop go away from us.
Yes, that's what it was. But yeah, a lot of his inventions that aren't as famous, I guess, are that way just because they're not crazy like a tank that has cannons all around it. But yeah, he had a lot of stuff. And yeah, apparently, as how Dondre pointed out, there's hidden meaning in the Last Supper.
I said there's no hidden meanings. I don't believe in hidden meanings. I think people who think symbols mean anything are morons.
Okay, wait, but what if they found notes that he left that said there is hidden meanings in it?
Yeah, there are no such things. I have to be secret. I'm part of a secret society known as the Illuminati or whatever.
Yeah, that's actually why he was so smart, because he was in the Illuminati. How do you feel about that? In the Freemasons?
Well, I don't believe in things that aren't real.
Do you think that Illuminati controls the world?
No, you believe the Rothschilds control the world. I don't believe anyone controls anything.
The Rothschilds are one of them. Who else?
There's the hierarchy of world controllers. This is insane.
It's not insane. If you look at the evidence, I went to see Obama the other day, and he told me.
I didn't know you had Obama on the speed dial. Just call him up whenever you want.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that I was using that prank phone call thing all day today.
No, you weren't. Really?
I was prank calling people. I did the
Instead
Chinese
of doing your job.
Yep. It was good time.
The hell. But yeah, no. I think it's, I don't know. So on one side, I think it would be too hard to control the whole world secretly without anyone knowing, because I think that would be like so hard to keep control and keep it secret that you're controlling the world. But also on the other side, I think it could be possible.
What the heck, you're a lunatic.
What?
You think there's some person that controls everything? I think it's more likely that
like a family or a group. I think with enough money, you can have.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think control, but I think if you can get people appointed to places that you want to get appointed, and you can make certain rules or laws into things. But I don't think overall, at the end of the day, you can't really force anyone to do anything. What, control the world?
You can force them if you have their family hostage or whatever.
For what purpose? It seems like a lot of work for more money.
That's the question. For what purpose?
You're like to keep us not looking on the dark side of the moon. That's where the aliens were, according to that Transformers movie.
Oh, so that's where you get your info
from?
Transformers.
That's where I get my secrets. Transformers.
But yeah, no, I think it could be either way. I mean, at one side, say if there was a secret group that controlled the world,
what would they be called? What would they call themselves?
Yeah, what would they call themselves? But also, like,
the world is going so shitty, so I can't imagine if they're doing a good job. What the fuck?
I mean,
the world's falling apart.
No, that's what they want, because they want basically civilization to kill itself. And then they can control. It's easier to control that smaller population.
So they want to rebuild it, but they're like, well, we can make the environment unlivable for
this
everyone.
Time when they restart the world, and
do you think
they're the ones that will have all the technology, and
like Resident Evil,
and they'll pretend that they're the new gods.
I think they probably live underground like Resident Evil.
So, yeah.
So we've
Zach,
learned that nothing real exists. Nothing unreal exists. Zach, do you know where that's from?
Where?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to my philosophy course.
But Zach, what do you think about the if there's a group or person controlling the world?
A single person?
Yeah,
they call
him
all powerful.
I think both y'all are right in the fact that I don't think any one person or any one group, for that matter, can control the entire world. But I think they can control the most important things, which cause a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, James, we need you to become rich and powerful so you can be one of those people.
I'm working on it. I think there was I heard something about just recently someone who was appointed to a government position, and he used to be like a CEO of a company, and as soon as
that's a lot of Trump's people are usually CEOs of companies.
And as soon as he took the position, he basically started working on passing laws that would help the business that he was in.
But that's been happening for generations. The same thing.
But I mean, the thing is now that it's more widely known, like with technology, like internet and news
information.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that the point though? So you can make more money. I mean, I don't know why people.
I mean, that's the thing is like that shouldn't be allowed in government at all. Which is it's weird that
but you believe in capitalistic democracy, so there is no other option around that.
I didn't say that. You don't put words in my mouth. All right. So
you don't believe in a capitalistic democracy? Then what do you believe in? Communism?
Relax. I'm not gonna put a title. I'm not gonna put a title on what it is. So
you're not gonna put a title on what you believe? I believe in anything.
No. So because it doesn't have a title yet. It's gonna be invented. So yeah, I think that's like absolutely crazy that because I mean they're not even trying to hide it anymore. It's just so obvious what they're doing. These people that have these government positions and they're using it to do whatever the hell they want. It's like that shit. There's no way. As soon as that happens, they need to be like, I don't know.
You could change that. You can get a bill put into law where it requires, like, if some, I don't know, important top person that's the top of an agency puts something into effect, that it can be challenged by whoever and whoever. You guys can have a hearing, or they could already exist. I don't know, because I think it's all going to end very badly for everyone. But yeah, you can change that. That's the one good thing about living in a democracy. But people don't care. They only care about going to their fucking Popeye's chicken and getting their fucking chicken sandwiches.
Okay, relax.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, so you hear that, you fucking millennials or whoever's listening to this podcast? You guys will go to fucking Popeyes, but you won't go vote. So fuck all of you.
Did you vote?
I always vote.
When?
Oh, okay.
For what?
Oh, I vote Republican on everything. I just want the world just screwed over. So I'm like, Republican.
Yeah, so that was Leonardo da Vinci. So now, taking a closer look at his life. When he was born in an elite group underground. He was made.
What the fuck is this?
He was made. So, according to the Da Vinci Code, which is 100% accurate, the bloodline of Jesus can be traced. And so therefore, he was only human and God doesn't exist.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's exactly what it means. Because apparently, Jesus is like three things in one. What is he? He's Jesus, but he's also God, but he's also the Holy Spirit. What else is he?
I don't know.
Come on, Andre. This is you.
I don't remember.
What?
You freakos?
Oh my God. I'm telling your church.
Isn't he also the Father and the Son?
Okay, let's do this then. Tell me, how exactly does your TV work? When you turn on a TV, how does it work? I need to know the answer right now. You don't know, but you know that it works because you see.
I do know. I mean, because the thing is, like with technology, so I don't know specifically, but we can prove that it works. All I have to do is Google how a TV works, and it shows you how it works. But with God or Jesus, all you have to do is say, "Just believe." I can say that about TV, I guess, too. Just believe.
The most fundamental things in science and math are there's no proofs for them. They are just the way. The gravitational constant, it is what it is. There's no mathematical proof or reason why it isn't. It just isn't. It just is.
What?
So the most fundamental things in math and science.
Wait, you're saying gravity just is?
There's no reason. There's no mathematical proof or reason why they are what they are. They just are those things. And we don't know why. There's no reason as to why the gravitational constant is what it is. It just is that. So there could be a reason.
You're talking about 9.8 meters per second squared? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't remember the gravitational constant is exactly. We can Google it though. Let's see. Gravitational constant. So G 6. Oh, I gotta remember this. 6.674 times 10 to the 11th or something.
So, I mean, some of the, I don't know, laws of physics and everything that we know so far, they don't have the answers yet. But I think for a lot of the stuff, they do know why. Well, that is true. I guess for the very, very center of everything of like, why.
The very fundamental.
Yeah.
Yes.
For like why the universe happened or, all that stuff, we don't know yet. But everything else I guess most of the stuff that's stemming from it.
And I don't think we'll make it based on how things are going as it is. I don't think we'll make it there. I think this planet will be fucked.
Yeah, it's getting pretty dangerous. There was some, I don't know, group or people that have started donating to save the burning rainforest, but I've also been hearing that like a lot of news about groups like actually Pornhub is doing one where for every video watched they like, I don't know, clean up trash or plant trees or something.
What the fuck? That's hilarious.
Still burning right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Brazil refused to take money.
Wow.
From the French government, unless the French president. So is he called a president? I don't remember. I think they have a democracy. I think it's a president. Unless he apologizes or something. I mean, people have egos, and the rainforest is burning, and the rainforest it accounts for 1 out of 5 breaths that you take. But whatever, we'll let it burn to the ground.
Yeah, I think at this point,
I know. And fucking Jeff Bezos won't buy it. He'd rather Jeff Bezos. If anyone knows Jeff Bezos, if you see him, you tell him Dondre said, "Fuck you." I mean, he'd rather spend his money fucking around with Laura Sanchez than buying the fucking rainforest. So fuck him.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I like Amazon,
like
the actual one online.
So these companies, some of the companies, they hire local, I don't know, loggers or mercenaries to illegally cut down the trees and everything down there. They could do the same thing to save it, but they won't.
Yeah, I know. But they won't. They're all fuckers.
Yeah. All right.
And we still require students to buy that shitty paper. I don't even understand. I don't know. The fuck? I don't know why people use paper.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up here. Yeah. So, thank y'all for listening. Again, any questions, comments, put them in the comments below, or just email us. We always read everything. And thanks so much for watching.
How to read.
Well, Dondre will learn, and next podcast, he'll read for us.
I'll provide an update on my Hooked on Phonics lesson plan.